等你一個故事來開始查起嘅信息。
We'd like to start the message for this morning with a story.
差不多1980late 1980s 是我頭一擺脫咗我嘅 driver's license 即係花車嘅車頭啲。
During the late 1980s, that was the first time that I got my driver's license.
你知影啦，脫咗 driver's license 咁是真係花車。
And usually, when you just got your license, you would want to drive.
阮嘅教會，阮是水教會，有一擺阮嘅詩班有要去旅行。
In our church at that time, it was just a small church, and we had plans to go out of town.
阮要去阮嘅會友哦，有一個會友伊佇Bulacan有一個地條，阮要去看。
One of the church members has a piggery in Bulacan, and we wanted to go and see it.
當年我就 volunteer，我要花車。
So I volunteered that I will be driving.
但是當時阮教會嘅車哦，是一棟真舊哦，20幾年嘅 Ford Fiera。
And at the time, the church van that we had was actually a 20-year-old Ford Fiera.
上下知什麼是 Ford Fiera？
Who among you knows what a Ford Fiera is?
OK，會知影嘅應該是較老嘅。
Those who know, then probably you're a bit older.
因為 Ford Fiera 是1960幾年、70幾年出嘅車。
Because Ford Fiera was actually manufactured during the 1960s and 70s.
I guess the first edition.
That was the first edition.
差不多安尼嘅邊我可能看。
And it looks somewhat like this.
這當是新嘅。
This is a new one.
阮看當是20幾年嘅車咯。
But the one that we had is actually a 20-year-old one.
也常派每隔一禮拜就派一擺。
And it usually breaks down, so every other week it will be breaking down.
伊嘅表是排水嗱啲無水個，就是排地下呢，無作用嘅。
So the dashboard is just there for display.
伊嘅 wiper 咁車主是用電嘅 ，electric 嘅。
The wiper is electric. 因為
較早淡薄是到用手安尼hit我唔知你會記得無 ？manual wiper.
Because the earlier edition actually has a manual wiper.
迄檔車個真多頂嘅漆咯，已經真舊咯。
There's also a lot of layers of paint already in that car.
當時阮嘅車是黃色嘅，開燈是yellow van.
And at that time, the one that we had was yellow.
個無電氣，因為這款車哪有通開電氣？
And there was no aircon in that van.
但是阮真聽迄檔車。
But we loved that van.
因為阮在清嘅人哦，迄檔車阮有真多嘅 adventures 去真多了所在。
Because we had used that van in a lot of our adventures.
所以迄一日阮要去這個地條。
That is why on that day we were planning to go to the piggery.
迄個中晝阮佇教會，迄陣佇馬尼拉、阿比尼達嘅所在，阮對遐三都。
And so we are about to meet at noontime in our church, which is located in Avenida in Manila.
阮就入去車咧嚇，要去地條。
So we started to ride a car, the van.
我就話頭問迄個地條嘅頭家查某囝哦，伊佇阮中間，我問伊看Bulacan佇倒落。
So I turned around to ask the daughter of the owner of the piggery as to where it is located.
因為我美國過來無幾年，所以路無熟。
Because at that time I just got back from the U.S. and I was only here for a few years and I'm not familiar with the roads.
Bulacan 是 North Expressway 還是 South Super Highway?
So I asked, do we take the North Expressway or the South Super Highway when we go to Bulacan?
當時坐喺後邊哦，伊真巧真愛講話，甲大家人咧講話。
And she was very talkative, and so she was seated at the back and she was talking to everyone.
伊回頭看我，South Super Highway。
And so she turned around and told me, oh yes, it's South Super Highway.
阮就開始行咯。
And so we started our journey.
哇，迄陣暑期哦，大是大半時，
And at the time it was summer and it was so hot.
車閣無電氣，
And we did not have aircon in our van.
閣真塞車。
And it was very traffic.
1點鐘，阮才到Magallanes。
It took us an hour before we reached Magallanes.
阮要過這個toll gate以前，
And when we are about to pass through the toll
忽
gate,
然間迄個姊妹講死過啊！
and suddenly the sister blurted out an expression and she said, oh, dead chicken.
That chicken，就是 Oh no，馬來。
So that's equivalent to, oh no.
馬來 ，North 不啦 ，North 唔是 South。
And then she said, oh, it's wrong. It should be north and not south.
你知哦，阮已經要到Magallanes，阮已經要入去toll gate咯。
You're about to enter the toll gate.
個人個花點外鐘，我去到馬尼拉。
And we had to take an hour again to go back to Manila.
走一趟對下，佢再去 North Expressway。
So that from Manila, we can again proceed to North
所以阮
Expressway.
聊2點外鐘到3點鐘嘅時間哦，就是滑來滑去哦，聊時間。
That is why we spent 2 to 3 hours just turning around. We wasted our time.
兄弟姊妹，咱 嘅生命裏面，咱也是咧邁向一個方向。
Brothers and sisters, in the same way that in our lives we are also moving towards a direction.
咱就來確定講，咱邁向嘅方向是對嘅方向。
We have to make sure that the direction that we're moving towards to is the right direction.
那無，我甲你講，你聊你嘅時間。
If not, then let me tell you, we are just wasting our time.
你若向唔對嘅方向，你就達到唔對嘅目的地。
If you are moving towards the wrong direction, then you will be reaching the wrong destination.
所以今日早起，咱要來對箴言第4章19、19節，咱要來看這個道路嗬，咱要怎樣確定講，咱行喺對嘅道路頂面。
That is why this morning we want to look at Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10 to 19 for us to know how will we be able to know that we are taking the right path.
有真在我要講嘅是，我對一本冊嗬 ，Andy Stanley、Pastor Andy Stanley 寫嘅一本冊所學來。
A lot of what I'll be talking about this morning is what I got from the book of Andy Stanley.
呢本冊嘅題目叫做 The Principle of the Path。
And the title of the book is The Principle of the Path.
你若未讀過這本冊，我鼓勵你去讀。
If you have not read this book, I would encourage you to read it.
伊嘅原則真簡單，
The principles are very simple.
但是你知哦，有真濟真有力量嘅物件嘅代志哦，伊嘅原則其實真簡單。
But a lot of the powerful things are actually based on very simple principles.
伊嘅原則真簡單，但是伊對咱嘅生命嘅影響力真正大。
It's very simple principles, but it will impact your life greatly.
你若唔捌讀，我鼓勵你去讀。
And if you have never read this book, I would encourage you to read it.
對於今仔咱要來看，咱要怎樣行喺對嘅道路頂。
And so this morning, we want to take a look on how we can be sure that we are taking the right path.
喺一段經文裏面，互咱看到兩個道路。
From this passage, we can see that there are two paths.
嚟，咱來看咱嘅聖經嚇，咱嘅經文。
Let us look at our passage.
但是也是印喺咱嘅特殊段
It's
咧。
also printed on your program sheet.
箴言第4章19、19節。
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10 to 19.
而且伊講，我會驚你要聽受我嘅言語，就的確言而益手。我已經指教恁行智慧嘅道，引帶恁行正直嘅路。恁行路腳步就袂去交着，恁奔跑也袂跌倒。要守定訓誨，唔通放鬆，的確謹守，因為伊是你嘅生命。唔通行歹人嘅路。唔通行惡人嘅路，唔通行歹人嘅道，要逃避，唔通經過，要轉身離去。這款嘅人若無行歹，就袂困日；若無互人跌倒，就困袂安。因為因以惡來當做餅來食，用強暴當做酒來啉。但義人嘅路好親像黎明嘅光，如照如明，直到日頭。歹人嘅道親像幽暗。
Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked or walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go on your way. For they cannot rest until they do evil. They are robbed of sleep till they make someone stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteousness is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like the deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. Here we can see that there are two paths that is mentioned.
對19、13節，你講到這個義人嘅路。
From verse 10 to verse 13, it talks about the way, the path of the righteous.
你愈行就愈明愈光。
And the more that you take that path, then the more that it will become brighter for
另外
you.
一條路是歹人嘅路。
And there is another path, which is the path of the wicked.
你愈行就愈暗。
And the more that you take that path, the more that you will see darkness.
暗到你未看到，就連你會跌倒。
It will be so dark to the point that you will start to stumble.
那麼就話確定講，咱行喺對嘅路頂呢？
How can we be sure that we are actually taking the right path?
咱來看幾個原則。
Let us look at a few principles.
頭一個就是講，咱嘅路線，這個道路路線是在啲決定，唔是在啲環境。
And the first principle is that decisions, not environment, create pathways.
咱嘅決定就指定咱迄個路線。
Our decision will determine the pathway that we take.
當咱跟在這個智慧嘅路嘅時陣，
When we take the path of wisdom,
咱嘅路就真直。
then our way will be straight.
就袂滑倒，
then we will not
因
stumble.
為唔是彎翹嘅路，
Because it is not a road which has a lot of curves.
是直嘅路。
It is actually the straight path.
即個路，你講你路伫度路啊？我要怎樣行？我要迄條路伫度路。
So you ask, where is that path?
其實迄條路線，迄個路是咱嘅決定所製造出來。
Actually, the pathway is created by the decisions that we make.
好，繼續講啊，是咱嘅決定，你所決定嘅就真做你行嘅道路。
Let me say this again. It is actually our decisions which create the pathway that we take.
咱就知影什麼是 rut 冇 ？R-U-T rut 啊，還是 ruts？R-U-T-S。
Do you know what is a rut?
啊 rut 啊 rut 就是迄個路，你一直行，一直行，一直行，到路尾伊會侵落去，就變做一個 rut。
Rut is the steps that you take and then it will form a path.
你愈行就愈深。
Then the more times that you take that path, then it will become deeper paths for you.
伫 Galleria Recreation Center 哦，你若去曉一個我真愛佚佗嘅，是叫做 Giant Mudslide。
In Caliraya Recreation Center, something that I enjoy is the mudslide.
啊，mudslide 是伫迄個山邊哦，摕一個真大塊嘅 tarp 啊，然後你摕石紋甲摕水，你就掘落去，弄落去土地內面。
So there is a slide, and then there's a soap in that slide, so you will be able to go through that slide and then land in the mud.
哇，真趣味哦！特別弄落去，喺土地，弄種土地噴噴起來，也趣味。
It is very exciting once you land in the mud, and then all the mud would start to splash.
我頭一擺坐嘅時陣，
The first time that I took that slide,
啊是新嘅，
it was still new.
所以個 tarp 無真平，你掘來掘去哦，迄塊 tarp 真闊，差不多這個漂嘅闊，你要搖來搖去會做吼，水真平去迄邊安尼。
So there is a very wide tarp in that slide, so you can move in whichever direction you want to.
但是過一年後，
But after 1 year,
我記實我去嘅時陣哦，迄個 giant slide 嘅 tarp 已經有一個 rut 喺中啦。
when I went back after a year, there's already a rut in the middle of that giant
因為
slide.
大家人一直掘，一直掘，一直掘，到路尾哦，中有一個較深嘅所在。
Because everyone would usually take that slide, and you will see that there's a part in that tarp where it's a little deeper than the other parts of
你無
that
論對
tarp.
道路開始，你無論怎啊，在始是我去中嘅。
So whichever part you start doing the slide, taking the slide, then you will actually land in the same path.
所以更加趣味，因為最攏頭前嘅人啊。
It will be more interesting because you will be able to bump the person in front of you.
哦，頭前人較慢，人較重，人較緊啊，所以咱我通攏別人。
Because we are heavier and we are faster, so we will be able to move those who are in front of us who are much slower.
咱嘅生命也是像安尼款嘅，
In the same way that in our lives,
咱每一個決定就定了咱嘅迄個道路。
every decision that we make will create a path.
你捌做野膠嘅紙無？
Have you tried to cut thick pieces of paper?
還是一疊嘅紙哦？你怎樣做啊？
Or maybe a stack of paper, so how do you cut it?
你無通一下就攏總做落去啊！
You cannot cut it in just one strike.
所以你就先做一下，然後第二下、第三下、第四下咁是。
You need to use a lot of strokes to be able to cut that thick stack of
但是迄個
paper.
頭一下你若去歪去，
But if in that first stroke that you cut, it's not straight,
第二下咁是較艱苦，我去迄個條嘅線。
so in the second stroke, it will be difficult for you to maintain that straight line that you're cutting.
你一直做，一直做，一直做，到路尾真過咯。你袂走錯，一定就是對遐做落去咯。
And so after a series of strokes of trying to cut that thick stack of paper, then it will be easier for you to cut further.
相反，咱生命內面嘅決定，每一個決定就是一步。
In the same way that in our lives, each decision that you make is actually the first step to it.
所以你嘅決定合起來就是一步，擱一步，擱一步，就成做你嘅道路。
So when you combine the decisions that you make, it's actually combining the steps that you make, and it will create a path for
咱
you.
真常看咱嘅決定有一個錯誤嘅看法。
We always have this misconception whenever we make decisions.
咱以為咱嘅決定哦就是這個決定，跟別個決定無關係。
We thought that each decision that we make is actually a decision that has nothing to do with the other decisions that we make.
咱做嘅決定，甲想就是想一陣吼，一陣我要食donut，但是唔食。
The decision that we make is just like thinking of whether I will eat this donut or not at this time.
哇，這donut，真燒，個新煮出來也香哦，
This freshly baked donut smells so good,
個真嫩哦。
and it's so fluffy.
我若食落去哦，對我嘅嘴會揚起嘅。
And if I eat it, it will melt in my mouth.
要食是唔食？
To eat or not to eat.
咱嗰想是想我一陣要食是唔食？
A lot of times you would just think, do I eat it now or not?
哦，我食落去這個細咯，食就了咯。
Or do I just eat it and then that's it?
咱無想到講，迄個你今仔日食這個 donut，
But we do not realize that when we decide to eat this donut
明
today,
仔日佫一個 donut，
tomorrow is another donut,
後日佫一個 donut，
and a day after is another donut.
你每食一個 donut， 你就是佫行一步。
And each donut that you eat is actually taking one more step.
你愈食，你就愈行愈遠。
The more that you eat, then the farther that you are with every step that you take.
到這個時陣，你食就是食咯，你又唔想啥免想咯，
Up to a point that you will just eat without even thinking.
因為你食着，所以你就會行。
Because you have already tried it, so you will start to walk that path.
每一擺你食，每一擺你創迄個唔對嘅決定，你就是咧行一步，
And each time that you are making that wrong decision, you're actually taking a step.
一步嗰一步嗰一步，到落尾就是迄個道路。
And you're taking one step at a time until you start to create that path.
所以咱就來了解哦，咱生命裡面嘅決定唔是分開嘅，每一個決定是連佇嘅一個。
That is why we have to understand that the decisions that we make in our lives are actually interconnected with each decision.
這個是迄個道路。
And so that will start to create that path.
所以所羅門咧講咧，義人嘅路，還是歹人嘅路，咱講哦，我在死未去行迄條嘅啊。
That is why the path that Solomon is referring to, the path of the righteous or the path of the wicked, for sure we think that we will not take the path of the wicked.
咱以為就是一條路，我都無咧行。
We thought that we will decide not to take on that path of the
咱唔知
wicked.
其實個路就是咱嘅決定。
But we do not realize that that path is actually created by the
你
decisions
你
that
做
we
嘅
make.
每一個決定，就是等於一步嗰一步嗰一步行落
The
去。
decisions that we make is actually the steps that are creating the path that we will be taking on.
你愈行離開神，你就愈行愈遠。
If you decide to take this decision, then you will be walking farther away from the Lord.
你行愈遠就愈歹屈倒來。
The farther you are away, then it will be difficult for you to turn around and return to where you came from.
真多人有這個有另外一個唔對嘅想法，
A lot of people have this misconception,
特別是少年人。
especially the young people.
那就想法講，這個這樣代志哦，這個唔對嘅代志，我若去試着哦，安尼我就袂個創咯。
They would always think that if I try to do this thing, which I know is wrong, then after trying, I will decide that I will not want to do it
因
again.
為我若無試，我怎我知啊？
Because if I do not try it, then how will I know?
吼，咱真驚講別人嘅試着，我無試着。
We are actually scared that other people will be able to try it, but I'm not able to try it.
所以咱甲家己講，咱甲家己講，我若去試着了，我就袂個創。
So we will tell ourselves that if after I try it, then I will stop doing it.
這個是咱咧騙家己啊！
We are actually just lying to ourselves.
你若試着一項物件，什麼代志發生？
If you have tried something, then what will happen next?
昨暝我甲阮囝咧討論一個 app 叫做 Food Panda。
Last night, I was talking to my son about an app called Food Panda.
啊，即有 Food Panda，有 Grab Food 吼，大家嗰咧拼咧 deliver 食物嘅。
There's now 2 apps for food delivery, that is Food Panda and Grab Food.
我當然也有其他別嘅。
And there are also other apps.
啊，是講嗰條 Food Panda，做 Food Panda 也好啦，也做 discount 啊。
And when we were talking about Food Panda, we mentioned that, there are a lot of discounts in Food Panda.
McDonald's 25% off。
Even McDonald's, it offers 25% off.
Shakey's 25% off。
In Shakey's as well, there's 25% off.
我講甚至你公司咧哦，迄個店伫對面呢，伊無要去買用 app，因為有通扣。
So in their office, even if the store is just across their office, they would not buy it themselves. They would go through the app to
然
have
後
the food
嗰
delivered.
一項，
And there's one more thing.
差不多農莊嘅菜館哦 ，free delivery 免費嘅送食物互
And
你。
most of the restaurants in that app actually has free delivery.
為什麼啊？你想看賣哦？Food Panda 這個公司是咧創啥？
Think about it. What is the business of Food Panda?
咧送食物敢是
It's a food delivery service.
免費嘅，你送食物，
But they're offering free
你
delivery.
怎麼賺錢啊？
So how will they earn from this service?
咱嘛知伊無咧賺錢啊，
We know they are not earning from this
伊
service.
一陣咧了錢啊。
They're actually losing money at this time.
為什麼？
Why?
伊愛你用伊嘅 app，
Because they wanted you to use their app.
你若用着，哇，袂歹啊！
And if you start using their app and then you realize, it's not bad.
哇，也緊啊，我就摕到食物咯。
This very fast. I already got my food.
下擺你要加再買嘅時陣，你會用到一個，
The next time that you want to order food, then which app will you use?
因為你捌用着。
Because you have tried it.
咱做生意，咱大家嘛會曉這個原則。
As businessman, we know this principle.
你愛人來試，你免費互伊，你送伊去試，敢是？
If you want people to try your product, then you will give it to them for free, so
你是
they will
了
want to
錢
try
去
it.
試嘅。
You're actually losing money from offering the product to them for free. But why would you want to offer it to
你
them
若
for free?
試着下一擺伊就繼續。
Because once they have tried it, then the next time around they would want to buy it.
咱做嘅決定也是安尼。
In the same way that when we make decisions,
咱盲去撒旦騙去講我試看賣，我試了我就袂個創啦。
we should not be deceived by Satan in thinking that after I have tried it, then I will not do it again.
你試了下一擺你就更加會創，
Once you have tried it, then the next time around it will be easier for you to try it again.
因為這個就是一個道路嘅原則。
And because this is the principle of the path.
咱捌講到吼，咱國家在講人嘅大成功，唔是因為伊做一個大決定。
We have already mentioned this, that a person who is successful is not because of a big decision that they made.
唔是因為因做一個大決定，因才成功。
They did not become successful because of just one decision that they have
成功嘅
made.
人是真侪小嘅成功，小嘅決定，伊一擺過一擺，逐日咧創，到落尾伊會大成功。
A person who has experienced a big success is actually made up of the small success that they have made until they have reached that big success.
相反，咱嘅道路是一步過一步過一步，一個好嘅決定，好嘅決定，好嘅決定，正做義人嘅路。
In the same way that when we want to create that path of righteousness, then it is the decision that we make each day which creates the steps that we make
你
towards
每一
that
個
path.
決定唔是家己，伊是連起來。
Each decision that you make is actually interconnected to the other decisions
你
that you
做
make.
嘅歹嘅決定也是神，
In the same way that if you make a bad decision,
一步過一步過一步，就是歹人嘅路。
one step of each bad decision will lead you to the path of the wicked.
所以咱就問家己，
That's why we have to ask ourselves,
到底我要去倒路？
which path do I want to take?
然後今仔日我咧做嘅選擇會互我到倒路？
And the decisions that I make today, where will it lead me to?
這個道路是咱嘅決定所製造。
And this path is actually created by the decisions that we make.
第二個原則啊，伊講重點是在啲方向，唔是在啲意願。
And the second principle is direction, not intention, determines destination.
咱嘅重點唔是在啲咱愛什麼，
Our destination is not determined by what our intention is.
咱真侪人愛真侪物件，
A lot of people likes a lot of things.
但是你愛伫迄項物件，無一定講你就會到遐。
Even if you like something, it doesn't necessarily follow that you will be able to reach that destination.
咱真侪人愛消30磅，
There are a lot of people who wants to lose 30 pounds.
但是每一擺到 grocery 你會行去迄個咧賣 ice cream 嘅所在。
But each time you go to the grocery, your feet will lead you to the ice cream aisle.
咱真侪人愛講我有錢，不然有問題的時陣，我有淡薄錢，通較袂真艱苦。
A lot of us would want to have money so that when we experience problems, we have money which will be able to help us.
但是每一擺咱卻買迄款咱買袂起的物件。
But each time we would decide to buy things that we cannot actually afford.
咱真侪人愛講我的靈命是真堅強的，
A lot of people want to have strong spiritual life,
因卻用時間去注意別項，無要讀聖經，無要祈禱。
but actually they focus their time not in reading the Bible or in praying.
所以唔是咱愛的哦，唔是我愛啊，你我的 intention，互我達到我的目的對，是咱的方向，互咱達到目的對。
So it is not our intention which will lead us to our destination, but our direction.
你向倒路，你就會往迄個行。
In which direction you are facing, that is the destination that we will be able to reach.
箴言3章5到6節，
In Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6,
底下有頂禮拜張牧師咱講到，你的咱唔通靠家己的智慧哦，咱就唔是頂禮拜較早淡薄，咱唔通靠家己的智慧，咱就外靠上帝的智慧，伊就會互咱的道路直。
a few weeks ago, Reverend Chung has mentioned about this passage. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will make your path straight.
點解我咧想哦？伊什麼意思哦？你嘅路直嚇，今日咱講路直啊。
In the past, I was thinking about what does it mean when it says it will make your path straight.
路直，因為那直就是你直直行，咁是。
If a path is straight, then you will just be taking it in the straight path.
伊怎樣互咱嘅路直啊？
How will you be able to make your path straight?
原來咱看到路，咱向到路，迄個就是直嘅路。
It is where we are facing. That will be the path that we see as straight.
有一擺我甲牧師娘在一個教會請個人倒去，
There was a time that together with Boksunyu that we brought a lady home.
迄個少年自要伊坐伫後面，
And because this young lady was actually seated at the back of the
我咧換
car,
車，
and I was driving,
到一個所在哦是有通直直，還是我正手，
until we reach an intersection, we can either go straight or go right.
我唔知徛到，所以我就問伊哦，是直去還是我正手？
I'm not sure where she's staying, so I asked her, do we go straight or do we go right?
伊坐伫後邊，
She was seated at the back,
伊就我講直，
and she just told me, go straight.
所以我就直去咯。
That is why I drove going towards the straight.
阮直去了後，伊就講冇，咱倒挖點解無挖啊？
So after going straight, she asked me, why didn't you make a right?
我講你講直啊，我直啊。
I said, because you told me to go straight, so I went straight.
伊講哦直啊，遐直去啊。
So she said, she was pointing to the right side and said, yes, you go straight towards this direction.
我講你講直，原來伊坐伫後邊哦，伊無咧看頭前，伊咧看邊頭。
It was because she was seated at the back and then she was not looking in front, and so she was looking by the side.
伊都無咧換車，當然你是看邊頭。
And she was not driving, so she was looking at the side.
所以對伊來講，這個是直啊。
That is why for her, this is the direction that you're supposed to take when I say straight.
所以當我問伊，伊講直就是正直去
That
咯
is。why when I asked her, she said straight. So that was the direction that she was thinking of.
咱嘅方向若向着，
If we are facing the right direction,
你行嘅路就是直去。
then you will be taking the straight path.
問題是你向唔對嘅時陣，你就挖得艱苦啊，強要挖。
But the problem is if you're facing the wrong direction, then it will be difficult for you to turn back.
因為你嘅方向就定了你嘅目的地。
Because your direction will determine your destination.
有嘅人行伫唔對嘅路咧，
There are some people who are actually taking the wrong path,
但是講哈，我真唔望我係何事，
but they were thinking that I am hoping that it will be better for me.
我真唔望我係何事，但是我一直向前行。
I hope that it will be better for me, but that person is taking the opposite path.
唔啊，我真愛行，
It's okay, although I like it on that side,
但是伊決定一步去唔對嘅所在。
but his decision is actually leading him to the wrong destination.
所以唔是你意愛你嘅意願，互你到什麼所在，
So it is not your intention which will lead you to the right
是你嘅
destination.
方向會互你
It
到嘅所在。
is your direction which will lead you to the
你嘅
right
生命是向倒落
destination.
嚟行，
Where is your life facing? Which direction?
迄個方向就去準，
We have to make sure that the direction is right.
方向若無準就真大問題。
If the direction is not right, then you will have a big problem.
喺1983年9月1號，一張高麗飛機哦 ，Korean Airlines Flight 007對 New York 要飛去首爾。
On September 1, 1983, a Korean Airlines flight is about to depart from New York going towards Seoul.
伊對 Alaska Anchorage 停，然後要去首爾。
They had a layover at Anchorage and then it will proceed to Seoul.
離開 Anchorage 嘅時陣，因就將飛機開咧 autopilot。
So after departing from Anchorage, the pilot put the plane on autopilot.
但是因無注意到，迄個 autopilot 有淡薄問題，迄個 heading 迄個方向有錯淡薄啊。
But the pilot did not realize that the autopilot actually has a bit of a problem, that the direction actually is off track by a few degrees.
頭未注意到，
At the start, it was not obvious
因為差淡薄你未注意到，
because it was just a fraction of a degree, so it's not too obvious that it was off track.
但是飛了5點半鐘以後，
But after flying for 5.5 hours,
這張飛機飛入去蘇聯嘅所在。
so the plane actually flew through the Soviet Union airspace at that time.
83年，所以美國及蘇聯是咧冤家。
During that time, 1983, there was friction, a Cold War between the U.S. and the Soviet Union.
蘇聯以為這個是美國嘅這個飛機要來偷看嘅所在。
So the Russians thought that it was a plane by the U.S. which actually wanted to survey their area.
因就該炸彈該炸落嚟。
So they shot down the plane.
農莊飛機頂246個搭客，23個在職員農莊死。
246 passengers and 23 crews all died.
為什麼因啊拄到這樣例子呢？
Why did this happen?
我差淡薄那點哦，開方向淡薄轉那點。
He said, oh, at the start, there was only a bit of off track.
你嘅方向若唔對，你嘅目的地就會唔對。
If you have the wrong direction, then you will reach the wrong destination.
你嘅方向你是向倒落嚟行。
What is your direction?
這個唔是指那屬靈方面是真理。
This is not only a truth in your spiritual life,
啲健康、啲經濟、啲關係也是相關。
it also applies with regards to your health, your financial standing, as well as your spiritual life and your relationships.
咱甲别人嘅關係也是相安尼。
In the same way that the relationships that we have,
你嘅方向是向到落，你就達到迄個目的對。
whatever is your direction, then it will lead you to your destination.
但是你講，但 OK，迄個方向若定做變做我嘅重點就得咯。
But you ask, so where will be my focal point for my direction?
迄個方向怎樣定？
How do we determine the direction?
第三個原則甲咱講，
The third principle tells us
伊講咱嘅方向哦是在地專注，唔是在地拄好，還是咱嗰做抄拄襟，拄好着咗。
attention and not chance controls the direction.
你要怎樣放着對嘅方向？
How do you make sure that you are facing the right
你
direction?
講就是參巴咯啊，拄好哇！即個人翻福氣啊，個拄好着嘅方向。
So do you think that it's only by chance that it just so happened that this person chose the right direction?
咱怎樣定生命嘅方向？
How do we determine which is the right direction for our
你
life?
所注嘅物件就正做你生命嘅方向。
Where your attention is, then that will be the direction that you will take.
注意第10節啊，所羅門啊，伊講，我係驚你就聽我嘅言語，
In verse 10 it says, "Listen, my son, accept what I say."
你就聽，你就注意聽。
You have to listen. You have to listen attentively.
你所注意嘅物件就正做你嘅方向。
Whatever you focus on, then that will be the direction that you will be taking.
即係咱捌講真濟擺哦，你所看嘅物件，你就一定向遐行。
We have mentioned that wherever you are focused on, then that was the direction that you will take.
你在新嘅車頭換車哦，那塗骹有空，在死嘅跋落去。
For the new drivers, whenever they see potholes along the streets, they would usually be able to shoot their tires into
哦，
that
你講
pothole.
路翻看，你那偏偏係落去空咧
You。said, "Oh, the road is so wide. How come you try to shoot into that pothole?"
因為咱注意看嘅空，咱就向迄個空去。
Because we are too focused on that pothole, that is why we're actually driving towards that direction.
正你是要注意條路，你就想我要怎樣過邊頭，你才會對邊頭過去。
Actually, you have to think of how to avoid the pothole so that you'll be able to avoid it.
因為咱所注意嘅就是咱嘅方向。
Because where we pay attention to, then that will be the direction that we will
你捌
take.
聽到人罵你無 ？Watch where you're going。
Have you heard people telling you, watch where you're going?
迄句其實真對啦，
It's actually a very correct
因為
statement.
你看到落，你就向到落去。
Because where you are looking at, then that will be the direction that you will take.
無論是賽跑，無論是射箭，生命裏面真多代志，攏是安尼。你所注意嘅，你就會射到迄樣，你就會達到迄個所在。
Whether it is in archery or in racing or in your life, wherever you focus your attention to, then that is the direction that you will take.
你注意，你生命注意嘅物件是什麼？
What are you focusing on in your life?
因為你所注意嘅，你嘅生命就向迄個所在去。
Because where your attention is, then that is the direction that your path will be taking, that your life will be taking.
你若無注意，
If you are not paying
你
attention,
就無國手。
then you will just be going around.
你捌甲人開會哦，然後迄個人咧用伊嘅手機無？
Have you attended a meeting wherein one of the participants is actually just looking at his phone?
你知伫迄個點鐘哦，第一句該討物件，
You know that will be the best time to ask for something from that
還是
person
叫伊創代志？
or ask him to do something.
嚇，你怎樣啦？嚇，我啦。
Because if you tell him, "Oh, okay, you do this," because he is not focused on the meeting, then he will just say yes.
因為注意看伊手機，
Because he was paying attention to his
伊
phone.
咧注意看者，
He was looking at his phone.
你注意嘅物件就是你嘅方向。
Wherever your attention is, then that will be the direction that you will be taking.
所以今仔早起哦，我唔知幾個人是咧注意。
So
我
I'm
看伊
not,
唔是咧看經文啊，我經文無反動個，我唔知伊咧 scroll 啥。
so I'm not sure if today you're scrolling your phone. The passage is not too long today, so I'm not sure what you're looking at in your phone.
所以你是咧注意什麼？
So what are you paying attention
咱若一
to?
直注意咱嘅 Facebook，迄個就是你嘅生命嘅方向啊。
If you're paying attention to your Facebook account, then that is the direction of your
還
life.
是你咧注意上帝今仔要對你講什麼話？
Or are you focusing on what the Lord wants to tell you today?
你生命所注意嘅物件就正做你嘅方向。
Whatever you are paying attention to in your life, then that will become the direction of
因
your
為咱
life.
注意嘅物件唔是只係影響到咱嘅思想，影響到咱嘅心情。
Because whatever we are paying attention to will not only affect our minds, but it will affect our hearts.
會影響到咱所愛嘅。
It will affect on the things that we like.
你捌看一個新嘅 gadget 吼，還是新嘅 bug， 還是新嘅新嘅寶寶嘅某個一個鐵圖還是啥？
Have you experienced this? Let's say you saw a new bag or a new game or a new gadget.
好，你头看哦，喊喊，
The first time you look at it, oh, it's just okay.
哇，愈看哇，这个相机愈看愈水呢。
But the more that you look at it, the more that you start to like it.
哇，这个包我上下有，我无呢。
Oh, this camera, it looks nice. Oh, this bag, I know this person has it and that person, but I still do not
你
have
愈
it.
去研究，你就会愈爱遐物件。
The more that you pay attention to that thing, then the more that you'll start to like that thing.
你愈爱到落尾，你就会去看。
And so the more that you start to like it, then you will want to touch it.
你看了，你去点来看来，落尾你就兴钱咯。
When you go to the store and you start to touch that item, and then later on you'll be paying for that item.
你就会带去用。
Then you will buy it and bring it home and start to use it.
对倒落开始啊，
How did it start?
因为你开始去看，
It started because you started to pay attention to that thing.
你注意伫倒落你所注意的就是你的方向，
Where your attention is, then that will be the direction that
你
you
的
will
方
take
向
you.
就正做你的重点。
And your direction will determine your destination.
所以今仔日咱就问咱家己，
That is why we have to ask ourselves today,
你咧注意的是什么？
what are you paying attention to?
伫你生命内面，你用这一做时间咧注意什么？
In your life, what are the things that you spend a lot of time on?
你是注意喺重要的物件吗？还是无重要的物件？
Are you paying attention to the important things or to the not important
你
things?
注意属灵的物件吗？还是你注意属世的物件？
Are you paying attention to the spiritual things or the secular things?
会记得你注意的就是你的方向，
Remember that your attention will control your direction,
你的方向就决定到你的目的地。
and your direction will determine your destination.
落尾一个原则就是讲，咱的进步吼，咱一步一步，你讲咱进步是在伫顺服，唔是在伫知识。
And the last point is that submission, not information, produces progression.
你来看18、19節，
If you look at verse 18 and 19,
所羅門講義人的路吼，親像黎明，就是早起日出的時陣，迄、個光是愈照愈明，直到中晝。歹人的、惡人的道，卻親像幽暗，家己唔知影為什麼跋倒。
the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble.
你一步一步的行吼，行伫對的方向，唔是對知識來的，是對順服。你一步一步個順服，你就行伫呢條路。
Each step that you take towards the path of righteousness doesn't come from the information that you know. Rather, it comes from being submitted.
你所知的，只到你的頭殼呢。
What you know will only be there in your minds.
今仔早起咱聽的，其實是知識。
What we have heard this morning is actually information.
所以原則是知識。
These principles are actually information.
你若無該行出來，唔是你的。
But if you do not apply it, then it's not yours.
迄個道路你若無該用，你就無行伫迄個對的路頂面。
If you do not take that path of for the righteous, then you will not be walking in that path.
這個真過了解。
This is something which is easy to understand.
一個好嘅，譬如是你捌醫生哦，家己咧點薰無？你點薰嘅醫生，你捌安尼人無？
Do you know doctors who are actually smoking?
好，可能咱捌真侪醫生吼咧點薰。
Maybe we know doctors who are smoking.
啊，你捌醫生規日咧啉曲無？
Do you know doctors who actually are addicted to Coke?
哦，我捌真侪醫生也愛啉曲。
I know a lot of doctors who loves to drink Coke.
因明明知哦，點薰啉曲對身軀無好。
Even if they know that drinking Coke and smoking is not good for their health,
因知影，
they know it.
但是因也無順服伊所知影的，這個袂影響到伊生命。
But if they do not submit to what they know, then it will not be able to affect their life.
但是要咱知影什麼是真理，
Brothers and sisters, we know what is the truth,
但是咱也無順服，
but if we do not submit to it,
你就袂，這個就唔是你的。
then it is not yours.
一個人怎啊行到唔對的所在，
How does a person take the path of the wicked,
甲一個人行到對的所在，
and as to how a person takes the path of the righteous,
因的行法是啥？
they walk the same way.
就是一步，一步，一步行到迄個所在。
And that is to take it one step at a time until they reach their destination.
所以咱就注意咱每一步咧行向的路，
That is why we have to pay attention to each step that we take.
唔通以為這個是一擺嘅決定，吼，就是迄陣呢，我決定了就了咯。
Do not think that this is just a one-time decision and then after making the decision and that is it.
每一步是行伫迄條路，你愈行就愈遠。
Each step is actually will create a path.
你若行伫唔對的路頂面，
And if you're actually trotting on the path of the wicked,
你需要2項代志，通互你到對的所在。
then you need to do 2 things which will lead you to the path of the righteous.
頭一項你需要時間，
First is that you need time,
因為你若無時間就無咯，你就死掉咯。
because if you do not have time, then probably you will just die there.
第二，你需要轉過來，
Second is that you need to turn around.
你就滑頭。
You have to turn back.
時間我唔知，咱大家人嘅時間偌濟。
I'm not sure how much time each of us have.
下禮拜可能 virus 來菲律賓，咱無通聚會。
Maybe next week, if the virus is here in the Philippines, then we'll not be able to gather here to
唔是
worship.
咱無要聚會，政府無要互咱聚會。
It's not that we do not want to have the worship service. It may be that the government will restrict us.
時間偌濟我唔知，
We do not know how much time we have.
但是我知是咱一陣就趕緊滑頭，趁有機會咱就趕緊滑頭。
But what I know is that at this time that we still have time, we need to immediately turn our backs.
因為義人嘅路是愈行愈光，
Because for the path of the righteous, as you take it, it will start to become brighter and brighter.
歹人嘅路是愈行愈暗。
But the path of the wicked will become darker and darker.
我問你哦，迄日阮咧換車嘅時陣哦，要去木勒干，向 south 哦，向南邊咧去木勒干，阮啊強持守落去啊，阮會到啊是袂？
Let me ask you if on that day when we are about to go to Bulacan, if we continued to go towards the south, will we be able to reach Bulacan?
Theoretically 嚟講哦，原則嚟講是有法啦，嗬，咁是地球是圓嘅啊，你一直行在死早晚會到啊。
Theoretically, we should be able to reach Bulacan because the world is round.
哦，地球若是 flat 嘅就無法啊，唔是邊啊，是圓嘅所行會到。
But since the world is not flat and it's round, so we will be able to reach Bulacan.
但是實際嚟講，
But in reality,
行袂到啦。
we will not be able to reach Bulacan.
你落2擺才到大包呢，
After 2 rounds of Roro, you will just reach Davao.
大包個落去，你要怎樣落去啊？
And so from Davao, how do you go further
你
down?
要怎樣石南極個石起來，對地面落嚟，
So how do you go around further south and then come to the north?
咱着創嘅是咩？
What are we supposed to do?
早啲滑頭，
We need to immediately turn back.
愈早滑是愈容易。
The earlier that we decide to turn our backs, then the easier it is for you.
咱愈行唔對嘅路，咱愈跋倒就愈艱苦倒滑嚟。
If we take more steps towards the path of the wicked, then it will be difficult for us to come back, and then we will start to stumble.
所以原則我該簡單講一擺，
Let me just summarize all these principles in this statement.
就是講你所注意嘅物件，
What gets our attention
正做你生命嘅方向，
determines our direction,
然後是借着你嘅順服，
and through our submission,
你會達到你嘅終點。
we reach our destination.
這是今仔所講嘅總結起來。
This is the conclusion of our message this morning.
所以我望咱注意咱所行嘅路。
So I hope that we will pay attention to the path that we are taking.
你若繼續行你今仔日行嘅道路，
If you continue to take the path that you are trotting on today,
我問你嘅終點喺度咯。
let me ask you, where is your destination?
今仔日你所注意看嘅是什麼？
What are you paying attention to
這個就
today?
正做你生命嘅方向。
Then that will become the direction of your life.
我望今仔日你聽聖靈咧對你講嘅話，
I hope that you will be able to hear the Holy Spirit speaking to you today.
愈早活過來愈好。
The earlier that you start to turn your back, the better it is for you.
咱三祈禱。
Let us pray.
聖靈主感謝你，因為你藉着箴言，搁再一擺提醒阮，你真愛阮甲你同行，你真意愛講阮嘅生命是義人嘅生命，唔是因為阮行好，阮才通得救，乃是因為阮已經得救咯，阮已經是你嘅行兒咯，阮哪會做個行佇歹人嘅路頂？阮應該着滑頭行往你下去。今仔早起，阮若有啥啊，有啥物代志，阮需要着過；有啥物阮唔應該個創；有啥物阮着開始創。主啊，願你對阮講話，願你嘅話語，願你嘅靈無放棄阮，直到阮願意順服，互阮繼續會聽見你嘅聲音，繼續來順服聖靈嘅引帶，直到阮行佇正路內面。因為行佇正路是最第一好嘅生命，是豐盛嘅生命，是自由嘅生命，是佇你內面第一好嘅生命。因為安尼你愛阮行佇這條路內面，願你幫助，願主你帶領，互阮今仔早起，毋是只若聽到就過去，乃是阮真正該行出來。佇生命嘅某一方面，阮聽到你嘅感動，聽到你嘅引帶，互阮無個言前，互阮今仔日無個長途，趕緊滑頭到主你下去。 才着安尼，阮通行伫正路，行伫你的听内面，迄个是生命内最第一好的所在。愿你继续对阮讲话，基督是奉主耶稣基督生命所求的，阿门。